असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् Good morning. Yeah, please see page number 83. It may be that I shall find it good to get outside of my body, to cast it off like a worn out garment. But I shall not cease to work. I shall inspire men everywhere until the world shall know that it is one with God. Sorry. It may be that I shall find it good to get outside of my body, to cast it off like a worn out garment. Whose words are these? Hello? ఎవరు చెప్పారు ఈ మాటలో? వివేకానంద స్వామి. But I shall not cease to work, I shall inspire men everywhere until the world shall know that it is one with God. Vivekananda died very young. He died at the age of 39. Many people ask me, Swamiji, Why did Vivekananda die so young? He could have lived for some more time, then he could have helped the world more. But you know what he replied? Swamiji hinted that he would be leaving the world very soon to his disciples. I shall not see 40, he said. Okay? I'm not going to enter into 40s. Then they asked, why, Swamiji? Then he said, my mission has been accomplished. The purpose for which I have come onto this earth has been achieved. I have given message sufficient for 1500 years. I see some of the intellectuals here, so they say, where's Vivekananda had come? Why not another Vivekananda? Ramakrishna Mission has not produced any other Vivekananda. Why any another Vivekananda will come? Because Vivekananda said that the message I have given is sufficient for 1500 years. That means we will not have another Vivekananda in our midst. Okay? Till next 1350 years. Already 150 years over, 160 years nearly. Hmm? So for another 1500, 1350 years, we will not have another Vivekananda. You just read this Vivekananda, understand this Vivekananda. Okay? Put that into practice, your life will become blessed. God is not going to send another Vivekananda for next 1350 years. We have to understand this Vivekananda. We have not done that. We have not done that. So in America also, somebody has written a book, The Unopened Gift. The Unopened Gift. What he had given there, people had not understood. Okay, even there, Swamiji during his own lifetime, he created a lot of, stir there. Of course, some impact is there, but not as much as expected. Yeah, the country has become so materialistic. All over the world, it is more or less the same. But Swamiji again and again and again and again would point out that without spirituality, human beings won't be able to handle either money or power or technology to their advantage. Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Very strong statement. Technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. If you just see the last 100 years, how many wars we have fought. How many wars? First World War, Second World War, Vietnam War, Korean War. Okay? We have been fighting some war or other going on in the world continuously. So, technology, are we using it to our advantage totally? Not necessarily. Okay? We are actually using it to destroy each other also. Another. So that means what? We need spirituality. We need something else to handle all these things. That is spirituality, which unites the mankind into one family. So we are all children of same God. We are all inhabiting the same earth. Okay, we are all one species. But still, why we fight with each other? Selfishness. I have to have more material standard of life. Okay, if you belong to a different nation, you are a different nation. You are a different species. I have every right to exploit you. If you have more military power, I will invade you. I will conquer you. I will actually bully you. Okay, I will dictate terms to you. I will become hegemonical. You need to listen to me. You ought to listen to me because I'm more powerful than you. There is very civilization because you have little more power, economic power, military power. You want to boss over me. Then it's not a great civilization that way. So yet we say that we are progressing, we are highly civilized human beings. But Vivekananda says civilization is nowhere. Education is yet to be. Very strong language. 99.9% of human beings are more or less savages even now. So you just scratch actually the animal in human beings will come out. Not that I'm talking about negative things and pessimistic, but we should not be so proud about our civilization because the wars prove that. So that means the spiritual food is very much essential. Cultural and spiritual empowerment is the need. Money is there. Today plenty of money is there. Enough wealth we have created, enough technology we have created. Okay, only thing is the redistribution of wealth has to happen. For the redistribution of wealth to happen, you have to nurture your heart. I have to have more feeling. What I have is more than what I can really consume. The excess that I have, I will share with the have-nots, the less privileged people, my fellow human beings, people who coexist with me. I have a responsibility towards them. I have to have feeling for them. These are all my people. This is my society. This is my country. If everybody feels the responsibility, I have a responsibility towards my society. I have a responsibility towards my country. I have a responsibility towards humanity. Will anybody become selfish? Will anybody accumulate more than what he or she needs? No. Then when there is no such exploitation, then this sense of insecurity that we feel today, అభద్రతా భావం అంటాం కదా, దట్ వోంట్ బి దేర్. సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సెక్యూరిటీ ద మోడర్న్ మ్యాన్ ఫీల్స్. 90 lakh people, Hyderabad population, let us say 90 lakh or 1 crore people are staying together, but everybody feels insecure. There are so many people are around. If you're alone, actually you're staying in a jungle, if you feel insecure, it's okay. But you're not living in a jungle. You're living in the midst of 90 lakh people. Why this insecurity? Because nobody will help me if I am in need. If some problem comes to me, nobody is going to help me because everybody is a selfish individual. Everybody is living for himself or herself. So what we need is we have to expand this human consciousness. Not I, but we. The collective growth, the collective happiness that you have to aspire for. So today only everybody individual growth, individual happiness they are seeking. No, individual is only part of the collective. If the people around are not happy, I alone want to be happy. Is it possible? Not possible. If the entire society is suffering, I alone want to be happy. Is it possible? Not possible. So you have a responsibility towards the collective because individual is only part of the collective. The whole society should be happy, whole nation should be happy, whole mankind should be happy. That should be the aspiration of every individual. When we all have such noble aspirations, something will get into translate into action. There will not be any corruption in the world. The simple reason for corruption is the individual. All the time, actually, people are centered on themselves. Let's say my growth, my personal growth, the growth of my family. So this self-centeredness has to go. That will grow only. That will go only when there is spiritual consciousness. Only when spirituality you bring into the world. When you listen to people like Swami Vivekananda, people like Buddha, people like Shankara, people like Gandhi, then the expansion comes. The selfishness will go, and human societies will become a better society. And people are today thinking about going to heaven. After death, I want to go to heaven and then I want to enjoy things there. If you're so sure of going to heaven, now itself you can go, right? Right? We can make earth itself into a heaven. The earth has become a kind of hell. Why? Because of human selfishness. That's the only thing. So this earth itself we can transform, we can make it into a more joyful space, provided we become more inclusive, we become more humane, we become more kind and compassionate. When kindness and compassion and unselfishness comes into our beings, this world itself will become a heaven. We don't have to go somewhere up in the sky. Okay? Everybody is unselfish, let us say. Everybody thinks about others' welfare. Everybody is actually concerned about others' suffering. Then this world will get transformed. Forget about actually society and even within the family, four individuals. There is a fight between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. Mother-in-law is not able to love daughter-in-law, right? There is fight between this father-in-law and daughter-in-law, sometimes father-in-law and son-in-law. So all these things will go away when the human consciousness expands. It's not I and mine that we all should be happy, all should be joyful. When such thoughts come, noble thoughts, that is the need of the hour. Unfortunately, through our education system, we are not able to expand the consciousness of the human beings because the spirituality has no place for in the education system, even in our country like India, because we have been a spiritual civilization all through the ages for the last 10,000 years. But in the name of secularism, we have set aside all the spiritual values and noble thoughts that these sages have given us. That's the reason we are paying a heavy price in the form of corruption, in the form of exploitation, and other things. They all will go only when there is spirituality, and that's why Vivekananda says, I may get out of this body I may throw it off like a worn of garment, but I shall continue to inspire men and women everywhere in the world till everybody realizes that he or she is one with God. ప్రపంచంలో అందరూ కూడా భగవంతుడితో ఒకటి అని తెలుసుకునేంత వరకు నా కార్యం కొనసాగుతూనే ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో the spirit is working with us. He is eternal, he is immortal, he is not dead. Thank you, nice day.